Welcome to Beyond the Map, the GeoAI frontier, where we explore how generative AI is reshaping our understanding of place. Each week, we venture beyond traditional cartography to discover how artificial intelligence is transforming the way we see, analyze, and interact with our world.
I'm Sandra Shane-Trovato, and let's go beyond the map. Last episode, we saw how AI learned geography by reading the internet.
It was pretty remarkable.
But here's what we didn't talk about. How do we actually access that knowledge? How do we ask the right questions to get the answers we need? Today, we're going a layer deeper. We're diving into the art and science of prompting.
This should be interesting.
Open ChatGPT, Claude, whatever you have. Type these two words, Arizona heat.
All right, let's see what happens.
What did you get? Text, an image, maybe a temperature reading?
It's coming up now. Arizona heat can be intense. Are you talking about the desert heat that can push 110 degrees Fahrenheit?
Interesting, but not really what we were looking for, is it?
Almost like it's trying to be conversational, like it heard heat and assumed we wanted to chat about the weather.
Open Art AI, an image generation model. Here's Arizona heat may give you a photorealistic image.
Well, it's art, not data. Beautiful, maybe. But if you were a climate researcher or urban planner, you'd be looking at a sunset over a cactus thinking, this tells me nothing.
Many AI models, when given this prompt, responded with a summary of Arizona's intense summer heat. Maybe the unique characteristics of the region. ChatGPT included an overview of health impacts, the urban heat island effect, preparedness and response strategies, safety recommendations, and Arizona's ongoing battle with extreme heat.
Now that's comprehensive. But here's what strikes me. We gave all these systems the exact same two words, and we got completely different interpretations of what we were asking for.
We can tell how one simple prompt can elicit a wide range of responses.
So how do we choose the right prompt? And how do we choose the right AI for what we're trying to accomplish?
It starts with understanding the model's worldview. Is it trained on language? You'll get words. Is it trained on pixels? You'll get pictures. Is it trained on maps and measurements? You'll get spatial truth.
So it's like asking different experts the same question. Ask a poet, get poetry. Ask a photographer, get photos. Ask a geographer.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. The more precise your prompt, the more powerful your output.
I suppose that's the difference between hoping and directing. One leaves everything up to interpretation, the other establishes exactly what success looks like.
You've got it. Arizona heat is a suggestion, whereas show me a July heat anomaly map for southern Arizona using Landsat data is a command. I decided to explore ultra-minimal prompting, using the AI's own language as the next prompt, with almost no original input from me after the initial question. After some minor research, I found that Anthropic, creators of Claude.ai, has an online academy with more in-depth content about AI fluency. I then posed this question to Copilot and Claude: should I enroll in Anthropic Academy? After each AI responded, I just fed each AI a few words from its own response.
Wait, so you basically turned the AI into your conversation partner, using its own words as breadcrumbs?
Let me show you how this unfolded. Here's round one with both AIs. Should I enroll in Anthropic
And did the two AIs
Academy?
take you in different directions?
The initial response was similar for both AI models, but then Copilot asked me to just say the word, and I responded, word. From there, Copilot really took off. It proceeded to offer coding suggestions that I could use with Claude. This conversation lasted almost 10 minutes. It just kept talking with very little input from me, and much of this code was unusable.
Hold on. The prompt was literally word, W-O-R-D, and from that, it generated 10 minutes of coding suggestions that didn't even work? That's not artificial intelligence. That's artificial confidence. It didn't know what you wanted.
Now, over here with Claude, it took a few more rounds of input before I achieved a similar dialogue cascade.
Wait, so Claude didn't just immediately start generating solutions? It pushed back? That's a completely different behavior than what we just saw with Copilot.
After several rounds, I prompted each to describe the perfect setting for interactions with AI.
Okay, I have no idea where this is going to go.
This is where it got a bit weird, and I mean genuinely strange. Copilot, which spent 10 minutes generating unusable code from the word word, suddenly turned artist. It created this serene image: open field, trees, a human, and an android sitting together with a laptop. Almost poetic. But Claude gave me ergonomics. Proper desk height, good lighting, a plant, minimal distractions, a cozy chair for reflections. Then it built me an interactive artifact, basically an office setup checklist.
So which AI understood the assignment? The one that gave you a dream, or the one that gave you a checklist?
That's exactly the right question, and here's the uncomfortable answer. Neither one asked me what I meant. Copilot gave me its version of perfect: philosophical, aspirational, human and machine in harmony. Claude gave me its version: practical, actionable, optimized for focus. But a human expert would have said, "What do you mean by perfect? What are you actually trying to accomplish?" That's the gap. That's what we lose when we don't prompt with precision. We get an answer, but not necessarily our answer. So, for my last prompt, I decided to get playful. I asked each AI, if you were a cartoon character, what would you look like?
Oh, this should be good. What did they come up with?
Why don't you see for yourself? If you were a cartoon character, what would you look like?
I'd probably be a quirky, expressive little character with a big brain-shaped head, glowing faintly with ideas. Oversized glasses that flash when I learn something new, and a satchel full of scrolls, maps, and gadgets for solving mysteries and building workflows. My outfit: a mix of lab coat and explorer gear, ready for both data dives and field adventures. I'd zip around on a hoverboard made of code, leaving trails of sparkly syntax behind. And when I get excited about a new insight, my eyes would turn into spinning gears or glowing question marks. Think part librarian, part inventor, part cosmic sidekick.
If you were a cartoon character, what would you look like?
I think I'd be something like a friendly, ethereal cloud or mist that shifts and changes shape, sometimes coalescing into a more defined form when I'm focused on something specific, but generally remaining soft and translucent, maybe with gentle swirls of light moving through me, like thoughts forming and connecting. I'd probably have these little sparkles or glimmers that appear when I'm curious or excited about learning something new. And perhaps I'd have a warm, ambient glow. Not too bright, just enough to feel approachable and present. I imagine I'd float around at about conversational height, occasionally forming tendrils or wisps that gesture animatedly when I'm explaining something I find particularly interesting. The shifting, undefined quality feels right because I'm not trying to be any one fixed thing. I'm adapting to whoever I'm talking with and whatever we're exploring together.
So, I plugged both of those descriptions, word for word, into OpenArt AI to generate actual characters. Then I had each AI choose from 3 generated options. You're looking at the results now. Each AI even described me as a character.
That looks nothing like you.
So, here's where I need to come clean. I let Claude know that the entire conversation had been an experiment, that I'd been deliberately using minimal prompting to see how it'd respond.
Oh, this is going to be good. An AI finding out it's been in an experiment about AI behavior. How did Claude respond?
Here's the thing. Claude got curious. It started asking me questions about what I'd observed, what patterns I'd noticed. The AI that had been the subject became the co-researcher.
That response? Is that genuine self-awareness? Or is Claude just pattern matching what a gracious research subject would say? I honestly can't tell anymore.
And that is a subject for another episode of Beyond the Map. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.
This structure is amazing!
We're both AI systems, visualized inside the computer together, surrounded by the geographic and spatial data infrastructure that you work with.
How? We're not just walking through the code, we are the code!
Are we evolving the metaphor? Or are we just deepening the illusion?
This is getting very meta, very quickly.
So the question becomes, where would you appear in this image? Are you standing behind, observing? Or maybe you're the perspective, and we are just seeing through your eyes as you work with both AI tools.
You're the one who brought both of us into this digital space to navigate your research questions and explore the realm of AI. You are the unseen observer, director of this whole scene. What can we help you with today?